Hey gang, Diana here. I just have a little quick video. As you know, I've been just sneaking up to my studio. I have about an hour and a half before I get tired out. But I'm thinking, I think about a month I have before I'm really back to myself again. And I started playing with these 2-inch squares. They seem to have a name, and it's Twinchies, if I believe. So you can either buy these, and I'll link below, and I'll also link to Julie Ebersole's video, which inspired me to do this. It's this nice, simple project. You can cut up any kind of cardboard. I had some white mat board laying around, scraps of it, so I just used that. And I stamped in a light color, and then black, stamped again in black. And let's show you what, let me pull this off for a second. Let me show you what, and I also went around the edges a little bit with some, I don't think it was hickory smoke or something. Now, this is just a really fun little thing to do. I have an idea to do with those that I will share with you in a moment, but I just Versamarked that, and I'm using actually did have some of this high gloss, clear gloss, wow, clear gloss ultra high, but I experimented. You could use regular powder too. So I'm going to emboss this. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of pebbly, so I'm going to do one more coat of that. And when I use the regular embossing powder, I also did a couple of coats. I just swiped another coat of Versamark on this little tile or Twinchie, and then dumped some more of that embossing powder on the top, and now I've got a much smoother coat that looks a little bit better to me. I mean, you could build up a really thick coat of this stuff and do all sorts of things with this. It's kind of fun. So now I have it on this stick because it then I don't have to hold it in my hand. Okay, so one of these, I think it was this one, I put a piece of paper on the back, and that gave me some ideas for making tiny pieces of art with this. But I'm not going to put pieces of paper on the back of these because I have another idea. So what I'm doing here is just Versamarking 3 of the sides of this, and then dipping in, what is this, metallic gold rich, whatever you have on hand. I mean, I think you could use glossy accents or some other, maybe, I think that probably was the side I did too. Not, okay, so lots of different ways you could do this, but this was just a way I thought was really fun. So I'm just going to emboss this, and my heat gun is pretty hot right now, and so things are going pretty quickly. But if your heat gun is cold, I like to just let it heat up for, yeah, maybe I'd say 30 seconds, and really get it hot for this kind of thing. And then you can see that. I hope you can see that turning. It's like this great fun thing. I just think it's such a blast. So I don't know how much I got down there. I mean, you can climb a little higher with it too, with that gold. It just gives it a real nice little frame, I think. Okay, looking good. One more side. One more side. And let's see if I can... I got a little bit on the words, but that's okay. All right, looking good. Okay, yeah, I think that looks good. So at this point, I'm going to finish these two up, and then I'll be back. Quick tip, I had gotten some gold embossing powder onto my Versamark and just wipe it off. It'll be fine. And you can see this is a big mess. The other tips are, if you have not seen this already, I've been using these coffee filters. They are a little bit more convenient than just paper. And the thing I really like about them is that once you funnel that embossing powder back into the jar, you can take it to your trash can. You just give it a quick flip and it's ready to go again. So I think it's a bit of a savings. I made a big mess here with embossing powder. So this is the quick tips section of the video. I could get that back into my jar, and I think, well, it looks a little grungy, so I probably will not do that. But a Swiffer is very helpful, but even more helpful than a Swiffer is one of these anti-static, I forget exactly what they're called, but I know that they're sold all over the place, and Amazon has them. If I can find them online, I'll link them up to Amazon, but it does make embossing a little less messy. I had a lot of ideas for things that you can do with these. I mean, you could just stick them right on the front of your journal. I think Julie used them on a greeting card. You can stick them into one of these little paper clips, give it to a friend, perfect for an office desk, tiny art. And you could also put them on a frame. Sorry, I couldn't find, the only thing I had around was, that was the right side, was a half-finished canvas. So, but that looks really kind of nice, I think. I'm even really digging that color red. I mean, I think it's a little distracting in the background. But you could also put, this is the only frame I had, but you could frame a bunch of these and put it in your studio. And the other thing I really love to do is to take everything out of the frame and hang it on the wall and then put things into it in the frame and just stick them right to the wall. So there's, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'll link some things below. If you're new here, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon, gang.